here we are with the Youth Companion Magazine, September 9th of 1909, and we're going to read you a story titled A Standish Tradition. And it'll be read to you by my daughter, Jennifer.
All students of genealogical matters know that as a rule, family traditions are extremely untrustworthy. But Dr. Miles Standish of Boston relates an interesting incident which proves that this rule, like others, is not without its exceptions. Dr. Standish, who is the 8th in direct descent from the great captain of Plymouth, has written a genealogy of the Standish family in America and has acquired a fund of information about the earlier family in England that enables him to straighten out the tangled skeins of the ancient family history. When Dr. Standish was a boy, his father told him that it was a family tradition that on the wall over the fireplace in the main hall of the ancestral home of the Standish family at Standish in northern England, there was painted in the portrait of one Mary Standish, said to have been the most beautiful woman of her time in England, and famed in the family annals for having fought off single-handedly a band of raiding Scots who came down over the border to attack Standish Hall. The story made a deep impression on Dr. Standish, as it had on his father when it had been passed on to him from a remote generation, and when he became a man and was able to visit the Standish ancestral seat in Lancashire, the first of his family in America to do so, he had by no means forgotten it. Standish Hall has been continuously in the same family for at least 700 years, a record approached by but few estates in England, and Dr. Standish, as a representative of this distinguished American branch, was cordially received. When he was conducted over the older part of the great house which has stood unchanged for centuries, his attention was called to the portrait of Mary Standish as to one of the family's most cherished possessions, and its story was related to him identically as he had heard it in a boyhood in America. The portrait is a crude piece of work on the oak paneling high above the big fireplace, and experts have pronounced it over 400 years old. Dr. Standish dryly remarks when he tells the story that either the standard of beauty or the standard of art has made a great advance since Mary Standish saved the old hall from the wild Scots. The point of it all lies in the fact that in all the 7 generations of the family in America before Dr. Standish, no member, so far as is known, had set foot in England or had a communication with the Standishes of Standish. The story of the picture had been handed down as a family tradition from generation to generation, absolutely unchanged in any detail. Even Captain Miles Standish himself, the younger son of a younger son, had never been at the ancestral home. He received the story from his father before he became a soldier for fortune, and he cast his lot with the Pilgrims of the Mayflower in spite of his descent from an ever-loyal Catholic family.
Wow, that must be a beautiful picture. Very nice, very nice. All right, be sure to sub me, join me as a friend, and we'll bring you some more of history and how it was written 105 years ago. Bye-bye now.